Google Forms are a great way and a quick way to gather information and data from a group of people. So to get started with, to create a Google form, you can either go over here to what I call the waffle, and you can scroll down until you find forms, or you can come up to the search box and you can type form.new, and this will pull up a new form for you. Now to start with, you're going to want to title your form. So up in the top left here, when you title your form, and I'm just going to title this one test, that is what you'll see when you put it in your Google Drive. So this word here, test, will be what you'll search for in Google Drive. But what's nice is that whatever you put up here will also automatically autofill on the top of the form. Now, this is what your participants will see when they click on your form. You do not have to keep this the same here. You could call this test 234. It doesn't matter. This is just what your participants will see. The next thing that you're going to want to do is add questions. So to add questions, click the plus button. You can add in any kind of question you want. To see your options, you're going to click the drop down menu here. You can do short answer, paragraph, multiple choice. There's a whole bunch of different options that you can choose from. But Google's also smart enough to know that as you start to type a question, it's going to guess what you're wanting. So I'm going to start with something really basic that oftentimes people forget to do. And we're going to put in first name. Now, if you look, Google just changed this to say it's a short answer. Now I want to say this is required because if you don't fill this in, I won't know who you are. And now I might do last name. That way it's in two different spots on my spreadsheet. And again, I'm going to say required. If you do what day of the week is your favorite, notice it automatically said multiple choice. And as we look, it says, hey, I know what you're doing. I can add all. And they all show up in here. But maybe I don't want to give them Saturday and Sunday options, so I can click the X and make those go away. If you click required, when they go and view it, and I'm going to click the eyeball up here so you can see what it will look like from participant view. If you click required, you will see a little red asterisk that comes with the question. That means the participant is not allowed to submit the question until they have answered all of the questions. So now I'm going to go back, and down in the bottom right-hand corner is an edit pencil. If I click that, I can go back to the editable form or the editable version of my form. Now, a couple other things to keep in mind as you set up a form. When you go to the settings gear, if you want to collect email addresses, you need to have this clicked. If you want to restrict users in your organization, click this. If you don't, unclick that so that anyone who has the link can actually answer your form. If you want to use the form over and over again, leave this box unclicked, because as soon as you click this, it limits your responders to only answering it once. You can do a couple other settings here that work for your purpose with your form. Make sure you click save. When you go to send this form, you are going to use the send button, and you can send an email, you can do with a link, you can include it in the email itself. This will give participants their the viewer version of the form and not your editable version. So if you were to instead come up to the three dots because you want to add people to help you fill out the form, if you add collaborators, those people can edit and change your questions. So always make sure when you share this form, you use the send button and then share it either in email. You can share it in a link and it lets you shorten it, and then copy and paste that where you want it. That will give you a good start on your form. We'll talk about where you can go to see the responses in just a little while in another video.